pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you, Mr. Macaluso, and thank you all for joining us here today. They said that it couldn't be done, that it was impossible, and that there was no way that it would happen. But they have been proven wrong. I can stand before you today and proudly say that Josh Chapin has finished all of his college biograms and turned them into Miss Peterson. I never doubted Josh. But it has also been said that we would never graduate from DeSales. 2 years ago, our school faced a $500,000 deficit, and our future as Saints was uncertain. Things were looking grim. My sister Caitlin was a senior at the time, and many had said that her class would be the last to graduate from DeSales. Well, look where we are today. We made it. Our school has made it. These are both major accomplishments. We proved just how much DeSales means to us and how much we want to be here. We belong here. There's something special about our class, something that sets us apart from everyone else. Maybe it's our winning spirit that pushed us to be the best in every single thing that we did. Homecoming, powder puff, grade clothes, hallway decorating, boys cheerleading. If I've learned anything about homework, it's that you can squeeze through into a tight yellow cheerleading uniform. First place is yours. Guaranteed. There are a few more things guaranteed at DeSales. Phil will always wear a white Oxford shirt, no matter the day, and likewise, Morgan will always have a phone on her lap, no matter the day. If Mrs. Tracy puts a whole bag of Jolly Ranchers into her cleaning basket, I guarantee that they will be gone within 5 minutes, and the same goes for donuts. If you're looking for Mr. Macaluso throughout the school day, I'll tell you one place where he isn't. His office. Guaranteed. I'd actually like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Macaluso for putting up with all of our antics this year. I'd put one in his office for him, but he would never get it since he's never in there. He's always in the hallway telling one of us to get to class. Mr. Mack has had to deal with our arguments, our complaints, and the lack of homework being turned around now. He's added on our government class to watch over us, and has done crowd control at every single game. I'm sure that he loved when a giant image of his head popped up at the sectional game. And later on channeling news too. Mr. Macaluso let himself get pie in the face countless times during our centennial celebration week. Don't think you got off easy, Mr. Miller. I'm sure that you're going to be the first one up next year. The list of everything that Mr. Mack does to us, for us, will never end. That's it. When our time as seniors was coming to an end, we knew that we had to go out with a bang. And what better way to do that than to fill up a room with a bunch of balloons? When the plan was in its early stages, there's some talk about where it should all go down. Maybe here in the gym, perhaps in the front atrium, but we all knew where we had to do it. Mr. Macaluso's office. I'll admit that at first I was hesitant about putting 600 balloons into Mr. Mack's office, considering the fact that he's never in there. It would be days before we even noticed her prayer. Well, we went through with it, and surprisingly, Mr. Mack went to his office the next day. When we first saw the sea of balloons, he said, "I'll kill you, Hastings." But then he left, and being in a hurry said, "I wish I could stay, but I gotta go." Quite simply, that's exactly how be forgotten. I actually heard Mr. Mack talking earlier saying that there'll always be a plaque dedicated to Mike Pratt for all the countless hours he spent rowing home during periods. But what we leave behind is nothing compared to what we'll leave with. We'll take the lessons we learned along with our friendships, our experiences, and our years. Our journey to DeSales will not be the same without us, and we will not be the same without our beloved school. Whenever Tony showed up late to school, and Ben was getting back from his daily top of albums with Tom, Chris, and Mike, they'd have to push the buttons to back inside the building. They could count on hearing Mrs. Robinson's voice say, "Doors open." I'm sure that we've all heard this famous catchphrase at least 100 times, just this year alone. Just not a side note here. On the one rare occasion when I was late to school this year, I had to send myself at the front office. I said to Mrs. Robinson, "You know what? You always say that the door is open. Sometimes you just say the door is closed and see what happens." She laughed and brushed it off. But just in the doorway, without even the slightest bit of hesitation, Mrs. Robinson responded, "The door is closed," and refused to open it. Then she turned to me and said, "Well, what do I do now?" I was speechless and I didn't know what to say, so I started laughing as she smiled and opened the door. You see, the door is always open, even when it seems like it's not. It's open for our lives ahead of us as we say goodbye and move forward. As we leave DeSales High School and close the doors on this one chapter of our lives, we must remember that it is our responsibility to ensure that they stay open for the next generation of students. Like I said before, we're a very special class. We're the 100th graduating class. Or are we just the class of the 100th year? Maybe call Mr. Quick and help me out with some math. The school opened in 1912, and it's 2012 now. The first class graduated in 1916. So if you subtract, you know what? We're special. Whatever we are. We're also a little crazy, lazy, and aggressive at times, but I wouldn't have it any other way. There is one thing, however, that we are not, and that is the last group of students to walk across the stage. So let this day serve as a reminder for all of you men over the years. From the sadness of losing Mr. Tracy, an inspiring man who dedicated his life to DeSales, to the joy of watching our students take home not one, not two, but 3 sectional banners just this year alone. No matter where